Hi everyone, Lisa Hubbard here. Today, so I did my little quick demo of the facial highlighting and contouring with our new Sculpting Trio, but I want to slow it down a little bit, so this video is going to be a tad bit longer. I'll try and be as fast as I can though, and show you the basics of just talk you through it, okay? Because some people see the video and they're like, okay, she went so fast, I don't even know what's going on. So first things first, you're going to put your normal foundation on, okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of our liquid foundation on. Make sure you shake the bottle and squeeze the dropper out a couple of times. And I've got my liquid foundation brush that has the little recessed area. I love this brush because the bristles are so dense and it is very soft. And it took me a couple times to get used to it, but after I used it like two or three times, I love it now. So I put it in the little recessed area like I'm supposed to. And I just kind of dab it around, and I kind of push hard with this thing, or kind of firmly, I shouldn't say hard, but, and then you just spread it around, and that already takes care of so much. But the reason why the sculpting kit and the highlighting and contouring is so popular is because it gives your face dimension. You can, if you have, if you don't have cheekbones, you can make cheekbones. If you have kind of a double chin thing going on, you can kind of hide that. I mean, there's so many things that you can do with the highlighting and contouring, which is why the stars use it. That's why makeup artists use it. And it just gives your face a more chiseled, defined look. What regular foundation does is it makes your skin color, it makes your skin all one color, all one shade, which is fine, but it's kind of very two-dimensional, where when you start getting those, the Sculpting Trio in there, then you start defining certain areas to make them stand out, which is awesome. So, really quick, I am going to use a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I have not gotten a lot of sleep lately, and it has been a rough week. So even though the highlighting and contouring has that, I'm going to put this under here and it'll still work with it. I like to use a beauty blending bud. Always come down your cheek into a triangle-like area. You never want to highlight just underneath your eye, or else you will actually make it stand out. You got to bring that highlighting down. You can kind of already see how that's like brightening up my eyes big time. Now I do have my eye makeup on already, just because I wanted to show you what this would be like. And I really wish I would have taken a video of me doing my mascara today, because my lashes did wonderful. That new little tip that I have been giving with the lashes, where you use the blow dryer before you put your final coat of gel on, God, it just works so good. If you guys have the mascara, try that. If you don't, get it and try it, because it's awesome. I've been told that with this Sculpting Trio not to use powder foundation, but I've been using powder foundation and it's worked just fine. So I'm going to throw a light coat of powder over it, over my foundation. I like to use the powder because I do have an oily skin, and this just really gives me more of a matte look. And it kind of just finishes everything off. If anything shows through with the liquid foundation, then it won't when I put this over it. So it gives you a much heavier coverage, and I just love it. So let's move on. Sculpting Trio, okay? This thing's awesome. It has a little plastic cover over it, and on each step it shows you where to apply. Okay, and this also, I keep forgetting to bring the pamphlet when I do these videos, but this comes with a pamphlet too that gives you step-by-step instructions. So you have this guide plus your step-by-step instructions to go by. So pretty awesome. If you've ever wanted to learn to highlight and contour, this is seriously the most easy way to do it. So you've got this flat blunt end on this brush. This brush, I don't know how much it's going to be when it comes out, but I guarantee you it's not going to be any cheaper than our foundation brushes, which are $32. And it comes free with this set right now. So you buy this contouring set for $49, you get this brush for free. When this comes out in our regular line, they're going to have it in the regular line. It's going to be $49 without the brush. So right now to the end of May, for the next week is amazing, amazing deal. So there's your flat end, and then you have what they call a paddle end of your brush. So I'm going to use this blunt end for my contouring, okay? And I'm just dipping it in the darkest contouring, and the contouring part is a cream. It's not a powder. And I'm going to go, if you're wondering where to contour, you go underneath your cheekbone. So when you suck in your cheek, it's where you feel that dent, okay? And it's going to be pretty much from your ear down to the corner of your mouth. And this is what defines your cheekbones. Okay, so if you don't have cheekbones, this is wonderful. If you do, you make them look more chiseled. Then I'm going to go underneath my jawline here. I forgot to do this in my demo video, but you go right underneath your chin and it defines your jawbone. Okay, it's where it puts a shadow. And then you blend it down. Always blend it down your neck. And that creates a shadow underneath your chin, which hides any double chin, fine lines and wrinkles, and just really makes that jaw stand out and give you a more chiseled look. Now I'm going to contour up on my forehead. I'm kind of trying to go quick, I'm sorry girls. Contouring on my forehead, and this is going to soften the edge of your face. And you'll see we'll highlight up in here to make the main part of your face stand out more, okay? So contouring, if you have a really small forehead, just stay mostly on the sides. If you have a bigger forehead, you can bring it down a little more. Basically, the further down you bring it, the smaller it makes your forehead look. So use your judgment with the way that your face is shaped. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of tap this in a little bit down here. Now, contouring the nose, I'm just getting this down, and it's a little bit tougher. So, but you know, if that's the only thing that you can't do, then it's not a big deal. But it is kind of cool if you're really trying to, you know, or like me, I have a big nose, so I really, it's nice if I can do this. But basically, you're going to draw a line down one edge of your nose and bring it down. This is going to create a shadow and make your nose look thinner. So if you have a really skinny nose already, you can skip this step. But for me, who has a nice big Italian snosh, it works great. And you follow that curve of your eye there. And straight down. Do a little bit on the tip, which also creates the shadow and just makes the center stand out. Okay. And that will blend more when I do the highlighting part. Okay, so that's my contouring. Now I'm going to move to the middle step, and this is a powder. It's got highlighters in it, and I'm going to go back under my eye, right where I did that concealer. And this is just going to give it a little bit more highlight, okay? And I'm just using this paddle brush and lightly tapping. I'm not putting a ton of pressure. This paddle brush has kind of a thin edge, and you can get right down the middle of your nose to highlight that center part. Do your forehead and along your eyebrows. And if you have a really small forehead, you can bring the highlighting up higher and keep the contouring just on the sides, like I had said earlier. Come along in between where you put your contouring, between your cheek and your chin bone. You can highlight in there. So you're basically highlighting whatever you haven't contoured. Okay. Now, you can take a little tiny dot of the contouring and go right in the center of your Cupid's bow. And then take your powder and go right along the edge of your lips. I'm going to do my lips today to finish all this off. The other thing you can do is take a little touch of that contouring and go right under this edge of your lip, and it makes your lips, gives it a shadow so your lip stands out more. So pretty crazy what you can do with makeup, right? So, okay, I'm just gonna kind of blend a little bit here so things are running more smoothly. I like to use the paddle end, and I just kind of go over everything and blend it real good so you don't have any lines. You've got your highlighting and contouring done. And to finish it off, this is kind of a cream that has a lot of highlighters in it, and you put it right underneath that little corner or arch of your eyebrow, and it really defines and catches the light right there. And then right along, when you smile, right along that top of your eye orbital, or I should say, yeah, that bone that circles your eye, put a little bit of highlighting powder right there. Or highlighting cream, I should say. And especially when you're in the camera or taking pictures, this catches it with the flash and the lighting just wonderfully. Then take one little bit and go right down your nose. Okay, so that was that. That was my sculpting trio, and it seems like it takes a long time. Once you get going with this, you fly through it. But on special occasions, this isn't something that I'm going to use every single day. But on special occasions or on days where you just want to look a little bit nicer, this is awesome. It really chisels everything. And there are people that use this every day. So don't let that deter you, because once you start doing it, it's like awesome. And you're like, dang, my face looks cool. So now I'm going to add some blush. I'm going to show you where to put it. I like to start high up in my hairline and bring it, just drag it down along the top of my cheekbone, okay? So you're kind of going in between where you contoured and then your little highlighting, which is right around that eye bone, and you take your blush or your bronzer right in between that and just drag it down. Start up here. You want more of the color up by your hairline, drag it down, okay? If you want to do a little on the apple of your cheeks, some people like that. I like mine more up on my hairline, and it gives you that angled look. So there's that. Let's finish off with some lips here. And I normally would use a liner, but I'm going to use some Well-To-Do lipstick. With Luxe lip gloss. Ooh, I'm sloppy this morning. All right, finished look, girls. Hope you enjoyed that. And get you one of these sets right now. It's an awesome deal, and I've had tons of questions about highlighting and contouring, so this is just a great way. And don't be discouraged. The first time you do it, you are probably going to look a little bit like a clown, because you got to learn the amounts and the darkness and how to blend really well. And it takes a little practice, but you know, a few times of doing it and you're going to be a pro, just like the makeup artists out there. So hope you enjoyed that. Bye everyone. Have a happy Friday.